Saturday. Harry asks for front page of the Mail on Sunday. Harry asks former aides to help plot his return from exile. He's trying to mastermind his return to the UK. Anita, your thoughts on this?
I mean, exile makes it sound like he's sort of somewhere in a kind of kibbutz in the or something. He's in America. I think in is it Tyler Perry's house or something? So I'm sure he's doing reasonably well. Apparently there are sources close to the Duke of Sussex who is consulting people from his old life about how he might be able to repair his relationship with his father and presumably his brother and return to the UK. I can't believe, in astonishing detail, that he's been in California for 4 years. It doesn't quite feel like it's been that long. No. But apparently he's unhappy with the advice he's getting from the Americans.
You've got 20 seconds, Joanna.
Well, the fact that this story has come from the Mail makes me think that it doesn't really give me confidence that it's true, to be honest. But it does make sense because recently we've had reports as well that Charles has sought out spiritual guidance and wants to forgive Harry. So obviously, the Mail that are obviously pro-monarchy aren't going to want to make it look like Charles is reaching out and Harry doesn't want to come back. But I'm convinced Harry and Meghan are happy where they are and they're doing much better than they were in the royal family.
Anita, what? Joanna, George, thank you both so much for having been with us. Always a pleasure.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel everyone, and thank you so much for watching. What's going on, guys? I am Jade. If you're new here, please hit the like button and also share this video. Please, I am looking at the numbers and a lot of you need to be sharing my videos. I command you. I'm joking. I really do appreciate and I hope that you will share my videos. Thank you so much. So let's talk about this story. Okay, this story that is currently trending from the Daily Mail. I've already told you guys before how Harry basically put a fat one on the British media, basically sidelined them. Everything was kept hush-hush. They had no idea that he was coming to the UK for his uncle's burial, right? For his uncle's funeral. So they did not know and they were obviously sidelined. And now they have to quickly find a way to make money. Because at the end of the day, ultimately, all of this smear campaign, all of this awfulness, all of this attack against Harry and Meghan, they all are just a means to an end, a means to make money, clickbait or whatever. Harry and Meghan has pretty much become the bread and butter of the British media. Okay. I know somebody who likes to brag about how he's feeding people, feeding that. You want to talk about people who are feeding? You want to talk about somebody who's actually feeding the media, feeding the bloggers? It's Harry and Meghan. Don't get it twisted. So anyways, like I said, the trip to the very private, the very secret trip to the UK that Harry made has really, really rattled them. Like we saw the video that I played the other time about this media person basically groveling, lamenting over the fact that they don't know their schedule anymore. They don't know anything about them anymore. And so they should find a way to make peace so that they can go back into, so that the media can go back into digging up every aspect of their lives. That is so wild to me as a concept that somebody like that, a grown man, will even come out on social media and say the things that guy said. But yeah, Harry definitely, he's on a different path, honey. He's on a different path. It's like, I'm done trying to make peace with you guys. I don't even care anymore. And judging by, according to the people who were witness when he attended his uncle's funeral, they said he never made any kind of contact. He and William never made any kind of contact. They just kind of stayed apart from each other, and no contacts, no hello, no nothing. And I love that for Harry, because at some point you have to think, you know what, maybe it's not worth trying to make things, to amend things, But anyways, like I was saying, now the media is trying to cook up all kinds of things. They're trying to cook up all kinds of narrative. They don't know what to do with themselves anymore. Now they are claiming that Harry's so fed up with it, living in America. Harry's so tired. Harry misses his family. Harry misses his royal family. Harry wants to go back. Like, they're just coming up with all this really ridiculous comment, really ridiculous statement that couldn't be farther from the truth. Okay, don't let the media manipulation fool you. Whenever they take picture, whenever they want to write an article, a post about Harry and Meghan, they always use the ones where he looked busted. They always use the ones where he looked like he's so miserable and sad, because they want to sell whatever narrative they're trying to paint. They know it's not going to be effective if they made a post about Harry and Meghan and they use the picture of both of them looking happy and content. They know that those videos and those pictures, the story is not going to match with the thumbnail. So they have to go and dig up and look for the worst thumbnails they can possibly find. So yeah, that's what is being reported according to Daily Mail. There are all this. Harry is consulting with his friends, his friends in the UK, and they are starting this negotiation process in a bid to, like, reconcile them and all of that malarkey. Let's just listen to this again. And somebody says the UK media knows without Meghan and Harry there is no views. It's true. And this is a proven fact. This is not even something that we are speculating. This is a proven fact. Without talking about Harry and Meghan, nobody cares. Like, if you look, when I used to get the Daily Mail, thanks to the Canadian government, I don't get them anymore. When I used to get their posting on Facebook, all you need to do is just take a look at their previous posts or every other post that has nothing to do with Harry and Meghan, and then compare that to a post about Harry and Meghan. The engagement, the conversations, the everything. So that's the reason why they will never, unfortunately for Harry and Meghan, the British media will never stop talking about them. That is just the life that they have to accept and just deal with it. And I think for the most part, they absolutely have accepted that that's going to be their fate from now till forever. Maybe something might change. I don't know. So they just really trying so hard, and it's so laughable, it's so pathetic. Imagine how Harry pulled the rug from underneath them. Like, Harry was just like three-dimensional chess he was playing, not that one that's talking about how he's playing chess and everybody's playing checkers. Hey, Mr. Brokey, this is how you play chess. This is how you play chess. Talk is cheap. Evidence is everything. They have no idea. They don't know where he is. They don't know if he's still in the UK or if he's gone. I don't know how he did it, but damn, it was good. Like, he actually got them all riled up. It actually speaks to, like, it just shows the way how riled up they are. It just really, really shows. Thank you so much, Gladys. Thank you for 50 stars. It just really, really shows that they don't know what to do. Okay? I was actually thinking about this. I was like, how are they going to react to this? How are they going to react to this rug being pulled from underneath them? How are they going to react from these three-dimensional chairs that Harry just pulled? I was wondering about that. But then they're starting to get their footings now, and now they're trying to lie. They use words like, oh, sources that are never named. Oh, Harry's friends. Oh, this and all that. That is what they do to try to, like, justify why the audience, the readers, should believe every word that is coming out of their mouth. Like, it's so crazy to me. Thank you so much, Stephanie. Thank you, Stephanie John Ford. Thank you for 100. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to get around this shock. So, but it feels like they're now starting to get back their footings, and they're now starting to like try to like make up lies and make up stories, because if they say, oh, somebody who knows Harry, a close friend of Harry, people will be more likely to like, oh, it must be true. It must be true. You know, if somebody is saying it from Harry's camp, it must be true. How do you know though? To the people who believe whatever the Daily Mail says, how do you know? Just because they say Harry's friends or a close friend to Harry or whatever, does not mean that what they are saying is true. Especially when they do not give you any proof, they don't show you any proof to what they're saying. Okay. Somebody says, everyone, let's support this channel, spread the word about this awesome podcast. Thank you so much. Lakiva, thank you so much. I appreciate you. You are so kind. That's a nice thing to say to me. Yes, guys, let's share. Let's support my page. We need to put this one out there. We need to start shaming the Daily Mail and all these other British media who just want to spread lies. And what is so sad is how they use Black women to spread their lies. That is just a really, really sad situation. Look at this. Look at this video that I shared just now. Okay, they have these two Black women. One of them have a Ghanaian name, actually. Okay, and the other one has an Oyinbo Chin Chin name. I don't know, but one has a Ghanaian name. So they feel, and this is part of their manipulation. This is part of their manipulation. Let's bring these two Black women to come and sit here and say, don't you ever think for a second that they do not feed a lot of these pundits what to say? They do. Because if you listen to what the dark-skinned one was saying, she was just so ignorant, talking about how Harry and Meghan are living with Tyler Perry. Bitch, that was 4 years ago. That was in 2022. Why are you still bringing that up now? That alone should just tell you that these people, even when some of them pretend to be defending Harry or being the voice of reason, they are still being fed things to say. Okay? How is she bringing Tyler Perry when these people have moved on? They've bought a home. They are happy. 4 years down the line, this clown with the big ugly hair on her head is still talking about how Harry and Meghan are living with Tyler Perry. And guess who they chose to do it? They brought a Black woman to come and do it, to come and say disparaging things about a biracial woman. They brought a Black woman to come and say disparaging things about a biracial woman. That tells you all you need to know. Like, it's so sad. Lakiva 1000 says it's about 3 Black women that has YouTube channel that tell lies on Harry and Meghan. Like, it's so sad. It's such a deplorable thing. But the thing is that, unfortunately, one of the negative effects of being suppressed, of being from an oppressed group, is that the resources are very limited, which will cause people who do not have moral compasses, people who do not have integrity, to completely turn a blind eye to the truth and instead support lies, support false information. And yeah, I'm not even surprised that there are women who are there seeing everything that's going on, and women of our folks seeing everything that's going on, and still choosing to like defend the royal family, support, because it's all about what they can get. That is just the truth of the matter. It's all about the money that they can make from this. And so they will literally turn a blind eye. Like, they will see that what they are defending is wrong. They shouldn't be defending it. But they just have to make that money. They just have to get people to like watch them. And the only way, because again, it's all about what's popular. The royal family, they have wealth, they have resources as far as the eye can see. You know what I mean? So it takes somebody with respect, self-respect, human decency, okay, not just basic human decency. It takes somebody with a great deal of human decency to actually be able to say, no, amount of money you guys are going to throw at me, no amount of stars you guys are going to send me, super chat is going to make me lie when I should be telling the truth. But not everybody has that. And that is one of the symptoms of oppression. When people have been oppressed for a long time, they lose their morals. They'll do anything, for that almighty dollar. You know what I mean? So it's a really, really sad situation, but it isn't lost on me really how far the media is willing to go, and they are using all these black women. And this one looks like Fritoto. This one of the darker complexion one with the big teeth, looks like she just had her veneers done. I don't know. She's smiling like a fool, and she's there talking about how Harry and Meghan are living with Tyler Perry. Like, are you for real though? Are you for real? Listen to this. Let me roll this back.
Front page of the Mail on Sunday, Harry asks former aides to help plot his return from exile. He's, trying to mastermind his return to the UK. Anita, your thoughts on this?
I mean, exile makes it sound like he's sort of somewhere in a kind of kibbutz in the, or something. He's in America. I think is it Tyler Perry's house or something?
No, he's not in Tyler Perry's house, you little. I don't even want to say what I really feel like saying to you. No, Tyler Perry's house was 4 years ago. Move on. Okay? Again, these commentators, these so-called guests, trust and believe that a lot of them have been fed lines. They've been fed things to say. It doesn't even matter if they are pretending to be supporting Meghan and Harry. They've been fed certain things that they should use, certain talking points, that they can use just to still take digs at them. Like, she's talking about Tyler Perry when these people have bought their own home for a few years now.
So I'm sure he's doing reasonably well. Apparently there are sources close to the Duke of Sussex in America. I think is it Tyler Perry's house or something? So I'm sure he's doing reasonably well. Apparently there are sources close to the Duke of Sussex who is consulting people from his old life about how he might be able to repair his relationship with his father.
He's consulting people from his old life. Harry is no fool, right? Regardless of whether or not the media wants to paint Harry as this dim-witted, brain-dead, who cannot make his own decision, I have not a shred of doubt in my mind that all of this, the exit, the one that the British media and the British people so foolishly dubbed Megxit, I have not a shred of doubt in my mind that all of this was orchestrated by Harry. Okay? Harry, what he has always wanted is to have a woman who will support him, his decision. Harry has made it very, very clear. He didn't want to be a part of the royal life. He's made it very clear. He may have done it for as long as he did because, he didn't really have a choice. And in a world where you are surrounded by people who want things to be a certain way, and you're basically you're basically the only voice, it's kind of hard. And that is also why he probably didn't marry anybody who was very deep seated into the royal family. That's another reason why I think he didn't marry anybody. Like the blonde girl that he was dating for a while, I'm sure if he had married that one, I'm sure the media, the British people would have loved that, because that would have fit very well into the royal aesthetics. But he didn't want that. He didn't want a yes woman. He wanted a woman who was going to support his cause, who was going to support his mindset, what he wanted to do, which was to get as far away from the royal family as possible. And Meghan did that for him. Meghan supported that. And then when they started bullying Meghan, thanks to Harry, thanks to William, thanks to Kate, thanks to what's her name again? Kamala. Thanks to all of them. When they started bullying and it got too much, he just looked at the whole situation and was like, this is the right time to go. We have to go now. You know what I mean? So yeah, and the thing that Harry has in Meghan and the thing that Meghan has when it comes to Harry, none of these other psychotic people in the royal family have. None. That's another reason for the jealousy. You know what I mean? So when you have something that somebody else's wants, guess what? They're going to turn it around and hate you. They're going to get as many people as they possibly can to hate you as well. You know what I mean? So, yeah, somebody says Meghan is a very strong person and a beautiful woman. She really is. And she has been that way. It wasn't even Harry who did it, you know, and I think that was one of the appeal, one of the things that Harry saw in her, because she very much reminded me of Princess Diana. I didn't know a lot about Princess Diana, you know, because I was small, you know, but just learning all the things that I learned about her now, like I'm just like, wow, this woman was so special. And I think Harry sees that. Harry recognizes that in Meghan, you know. And a lot of people have said, oh, if Princess Diana was around, she would have hated what Harry and Meghan are doing. I don't think so. Like, everything that the woman did when she was alive is an indication that she wanted no part of the royal life. And you think that she would have supported her son to continue to be in that light when she did everything that she needed to do to get away from it? You know, so these people, they just say things, they don't have sense, they cannot think. Like, they're so weird, honestly. So weird, you know. Somebody says, exactly my thoughts. Harry was looking for a strong woman, not a princess wannabe. Exactly. You know, he knew that the path that he has chosen for himself, the path that he really wanted to take in life, it is going to require a strong support system. It is going to require a strong woman, so that, you know, whenever he gets tired, whenever things get really rough, whenever the attack becomes a bit too much, you know, whenever he's thinking about going back, you know, he will have somebody who will say, no, let's keep going. Let's not go back. He never would have gotten that if he had married any one of the women that I'm sure the British media would have preferred. He never would have had what he had today. That's just the truth, you know. And he recognized that, okay, this woman is going to help me get me from here to where I need to be. And she did. And they've both been helping each other. And that's the thing. Do you think if these two didn't love each other, the past few years that they've been together and all the vitriol, all the attacks, do you honestly think that they would still be together today if they didn't love each other? You know, so it's so crazy. Like I said, of course, in marriage things happen. You know, ordinarily a marriage that has all of the family members supporting still have issues, let alone a marriage where there is a strong group of people who are actively praying that you fail. They are actively not only praying, they are actively engaging in activities, plotting things, doing everything that they possibly can to make sure that you fail. So the fact that they're still here, still in love and still happy, it makes me feel good, you know. And I know that some people took a bet, especially when the Brexit happened, not Brexit, when they left the UK. People took a bet and they said, oh, this is not going to last. They're not going to last for 1 year. By 6 months, she will be bored of him. Hey, look at them. It's been 4 years since they left the UK. It's been 4 years since they left the UK. And they're still strong. They're still holding on, you know, because at the end of the day, they know they are working in their own purpose. They know what they want. And they know Harry being from that family, knowing how the royal family operates, okay, knowing what they can do, knowing how far they can go just to win, just to silence people. I'm telling you, the fact that he knows this, he was in that life. You know what I mean? That was his life. So he knew things. The fact, like, he knows. The fact that he's still standing is an indication that, yeah, his mind has been made, and nothing any of these awful people say is gonna change, his mind. So it's just so laughable to me when I see these types of stories where people are saying, oh, and it's always Daily Mail. It's either Daily Mail or the Sun. Is it the Sun? Is it the Sun? They call it. These are gutter trash media, okay, gossip media, but they position themselves as real legitimate media, and people fall for it every time. But in reality, these are some of the most biased nonsense that, like, it's crazy, it's wild. Let me read some more comment. The UK media is hateful, absolutely very hateful, absolutely. Even the ones that pretend to be neutral, they're still hateful. Okay, like, I can't even imagine being Harry and Meghan, having to deal with the things that they have dealt with regards to the UK media. Like, it is so crazy, it is so wild, it is so wild. Let me see. Okay. Exactly. Ruth Garden says, girl, get your information together before coming to discuss the prince. He lives in his own home. That's the thing. I think she knows. I think this was something that was slipped into her notes. I think this was something. I don't think this girl did not know that Harry and Meghan have been living on their own, and they only lived with Tyler Perry for a short period of time while they situated themselves, while they got themselves sorted. There is no way that she didn't know this. I mean, this is 4 years ago. Unless, of course, she lived under a cave and somebody just rolled her out of the cave and said, come and say this about Harry and Meghan. Then she would have known that they only live with Tyler Perry for a short period of time, and then they have since moved on. They have since bought their own home. Okay, they even did an interview with Oprah Winfrey from their home. Not from their home, but at some point during the Oprah Winfrey interview, they met at the home where they have like a small poultry where they are nurturing a rescued chicken, a rescued hen. Like, do you know how much of a philanthropist you have to be? Do you know how much of a charity head you have to be to rescue a chicken? Like, seriously, when I saw that segment, and Meghan and Harry and Harrison, they were all discussing, and Meghan and sorry, not Harry, Meghan and Oprah, while Harrison was standing, little Harrison was standing there, and Meghan and Oprah were discussing how Meghan rescued a chicken. I'm like, seriously, you have to be dedicated. You have to be dedicated to your job and to your conviction, to your calling. Okay? As somebody really heavy in the charity business, like, you have to be, for you to rescue a chicken and not kill it the next day. Oh my gosh. That cracked me up when I saw that. I was like, oh, Megan, you never fail to surprise me. Rescuing a chicken. Yeah, that's major. That just tells you the kind of person that she really is, which really is so different from the person that the media is trying to paint. Imagine one time they were like, oh, all of her staff are leaving, they are all leaving. Oh, they're calling her Princess Pushy and blah blah blah. Oh, she must be this awful person. That's the reason why her staff are leaving. No, They are leaving because they were part of the agenda. They were brought in to make sure to carry out whatever they needed to carry out. It was their time to leave so that they can paint a nasty picture on social media and, before the British people, calling her a difficult person to work with. It was all orchestrated. She never knew any of these people, before that time. They were all brought in by the firm. Okay? They were all brought in by the firm. And so obviously they were brought in to come and paint a certain narrative. So when it was time for them to leave to further whatever agenda, whatever narrative they were trying to push, they did. And then they also fed the media this information saying, oh, she has lost another staff again. She has lost another staff. There must be a reason why all these staff people are leaving. No. The reason why they are leaving is because they came here to push a narrative that she's a bad person. Okay, so when the announcement came that her staff members are leaving, then the people in the media, the readers will be thinking, oh, she must be a very bad person for all of the staff members to be leaving and being, it's just what happens. This is why I cannot stand people who are not analytical in nature. Like, you have to be freaking analytical. A lot is happening. Don't be looking at things on the face value. Don't be looking at things on the surface. You have to think deeper than that. Don't be shallow thinkers. It was so obvious that those people, when they were hired so that they can push whatever agenda needed to be pushed in the future. It was a part of smearing her name. It was part of the strategy that they were implementing to smear her name, to paint her out to be this difficult person, which they did. And then because when all of them started coming out, all of them started claiming, and then the media started claiming that all the staffers who have left are granting interviews and they are all crying and talking about how traumatized Meghan made them. Meghan made you traumatized. Jesus. Like, seriously, Meghan caused you to be traumatized. That's the story you're telling. It was all part of the plan. It was all part of the bigger plan for them, for the media and all these people. Okay. Jackie Sang says, I agree with your analysis. William needed Harry there to use as his beating stick, his workhorse. So William is panicking because when he becomes king, who is there to do the work? Right. And then even there were even times, according to Harry's book, where William will make him do certain things that ended up being controversial, like maybe make him wear some type of outfit that ended up creating a huge scandal. And then William would then run into hiding, pretending as if it wasn't he who told Harry to wear it. Because remember, Harry was young, so like, and he looked up to William. He looked up to William as a big brother, but William never had it in his heart to see him as a younger brother. Like, Harry was nothing but a means to an end for William, basically. Let me see. Lakiva says the UK media needs to talk about Kate and William. Oh, I forget, Kate and William never worked. There is something actually that I saw on Twitter just now. Let me quickly share this. You know what? Let me finish playing this crazy girl.
And presumably his brother, and returned to the UK. I can't believe, an astonishing detail, that he's been in California for 4 years. It doesn't quite feel like it's been that long.
No.
But apparently he's unhappy with the advice he's getting from the Americans.
Why is she doing that? She's so weird. She's so weird. Like, she's so weird. Oh my God. It's like she's really, really wanting to please. Let me play so that they can ask me back another time. Like, lady, chill.
You've got 20 seconds, Joanna.
Well, the fact that this story has come from the Mail makes me think that it doesn't really give me confidence that it's true, to be honest. But it does make sense because recently we've had reports as well that Charles has sought out spiritual guidance and wants to forgive Harry. So obviously, the Mail that are obviously pro-monarchy aren't going to want to make it look like Charles is reaching out and Harry doesn't want to come back. But
Exactly. But then again, they flip flop on this. Okay. Sometimes they want to play it out as though, oh, Harry's being difficult, Harry doesn't want to go back. And other times, whenever it's convenient for them, they want to act as if, oh, Harry is groveling, Harry is begging them. Oh, his father won't take his call. His brother wants nothing to do with him. Harry is so sad and miserable and alone, and he really wants to come back because he misses the UK. Like, they cannot stay on topic. They cannot stay on one lane, And this is what wicked people have as an advantage. They get to flip flop, however they want, whenever it's convenient for them. The narrative that they try to spin about Harry, depending on whatever narrative they're trying to push, depending on the agenda of the day, sometimes they will come out and they will say, oh, Harry is so difficult. Harry doesn't want to speak to his father. King Charles has, enlisted the support of a spiritual leader to come and intervene. They'll say it that way because they want to make him seem like he's a good father. Oh, he's such an amazing father. Oh, he really, really wants his children. He really wants his son. He really wants to make amends with his son. If that's the narrative that they're trying to push, they'll do that. But then if they want to make him seem like a strong man and they want to make Harry seem like a weak man, they will then come and say, oh, Harry, people, sources closest to the royal family says, Harry is groveling, Harry is pleading, Harry is begging his father, Harry is begging William, Harry wants them to reconcile. Like, it's so crazy. Like, they're so weird. My goodness. And because they have a lack of respect for the readers, they can just say whatever they want to say. And those readers don't even care because those people are so consumed with hate and they need stories like that to feel the hate. And so they take those stories and they run with it. Like, it is mind-blowing. It is mind-blowing the things that happens in the social media street. So, yeah.
I'm convinced Harry and Meghan are happy where they are and they're doing much better than they were in the royal family.
I agree. Harry and Meghan are very, very happy. They don't need the royal family. They're doing okay. Okay, the royal family can suck it. They're doing really well. Even the royal family, based on the way the institution is formed, didn't even think that Harry and Meghan will be able to pull this off. That Harry and Meghan will be able to live on their own and stand on their own 2 feet. Because remember, everything is tied together. The only thing that Harry had when he left the UK was his inheritance, what he got from the late Diana. That was all he had. And that was how he was able to stand on his own 2 feet. And the guy is not doing too badly now. You know what I mean? So it's like, and it's especially special when you know how many of these people, just the British people, the royal family, and the media, who are just sitting on the sideline, waiting to see them fail. And they're not just sitting quietly, they are implementing all kinds of things to facilitate that plan to see them fail. Don't think that they're just sitting down. Do not think for a second that all they have is the nasty little posts, the nasty little stories that they post. For example, Daily Mail. No, there is a lot of things going on underneath the surface. There is a lot of things going on underground. A lot of things are being done to try to destroy Harry and Meghan. But it hasn't worked because the British family, royal family, do not want to have egg on their face. They don't want to come across as losers, because when Harry decided that he was going to remove his wife and child from that situation, He deemed that royal family, the UK, as unsafe. That's what he was basically saying to them. And it was a slap in the face of all of the people who chose to be offended by that. So make no mistake about this. You know, they are waiting because what they want to see is that these two people make a public plea begging, because that's how narcissistic they are. They want to see them beg, gravel, and then they can tell them no. No, you made your choice. You chose to leave. You can go. As evidenced by the way they treat him whenever he's getting ready to come to the UK and he's asking for extra security. We all see how they treat. They tell him no. You're not getting extra security. They wouldn't even let him hire his own security. He's not even telling them to use taxpayers' money to fund it. They wouldn't even let him hire police officers to protect himself and his family, because they really want to frustrate him. And in the meantime, they just go around making up stories, making up lies, things that are not rooted in reality, just to frustrate them to the point where maybe one day Harry will be like, you know what, I give up. I'm not doing this anymore. I want to beg them so that they can leave us alone. Let's just go back. That may sound crazy, but I have no shred of doubt in my mind that that's probably what they are hoping to see. And then, like I said, they can tell them no. Once they come groveling, begging, they can say, no, you made your choice. You chose to leave. You can go. Because they are that much of a narcissist, So there's something that I found on Twitter. Let me see. So did you guys know that it was Princess Diana's 27th anniversary commemoration of her passing? It was 27 years on August 31st, yesterday. Yesterday made it 27 years that she passed away. Like, how time flies, eh? And so Twitter has been dragging William, saying that he chose to use the anniversary of their mother's death to bully his little brother, his younger brother. So let me show you. Let me show you some things. And that was trending yesterday as well. So people were calling him out and talking about how he's using, like, what should be a somber, moment to reflect, or maybe even try to work things out with your brother. But instead, he's using it to double down on his attack against his brother. So meanwhile, this is something that the UK is trying to distract from. Yeah. Again, nothing in the media happens by accident, okay? There's lies that the Daily Mail is trying to push now by claiming, oh, Harry wants to return back. It is just a distraction, okay? It is a distraction. Let me show you what it's a distraction for. So this story says King Charles is set for a £45 million pay raise, 50% rise in his official annual income. So they are getting ready to give it. And these stories have to be reported, okay, for full disclosure, right? This story has to be reported so that they can pretend as if, oh, we're being honest, we're being deliberate, we are being open, and we're giving you guys all the information. And so they will make this announcement, and then they will go to their media friends and then ask the media to push slanderous, inflammatory stuff about Harry and Meghan, just to camouflage, just to create a distraction from what the actual story is. From what the actual story is, which really the actual story is that Prince Charles is set to receive a 45 million pay raise. 45 million pounds. 45 million pounds. Tell me what this man is doing with this money. Tell me what he's going to do with 45 million pounds just because of power. Because money is power, ultimately. To buy all the things that they can buy all the media and all of that malarkey. Yeah. So this article says King Charles is set for a 45 million pound pay raise, 50% rise in his official annual income. Wow. So somebody says 150,000 pensioners could keep their winter fuel allowance if King Charles did not have 50% pay raise. What a nation of obedience serves. Yeah. Do you know how much? Do you know how many people that much money can help? 45 million pounds. So that's why they are using their media again to push these bogus stories, lies about Harry and Meghan. Yeah. Like, it is so sad. And then you have the people defending them and saying it's not a pay raise, it's his money. What's he doing with that much money? Have you people even asked? When there are hungry people in the streets, every year they go to these so-called Commonwealth countries, the undeveloped ones, the developing quote-unquote Commonwealth countries. They go there and they extract all of the natural resources. What do those countries get for it? What do those countries get from them? It's not as if they can go to UK visa free or anything. They still have to like cross a whole lot of hurdles before they can even get a UK visa. These so-called Commonwealth countries, they need to wake up because they're being taken for a ride. And at this point, I think enough is enough. Okay. Let me see. Meg Marcy said, I think she's referring the woman about Harry residing with Oprah. Let me see. Rose says, thank you, Jade, for exposing such misleading information. These stories need to be told. People need to know because everything that they do, don't be carried away. A lot of people are so gullible. A lot of people are so easy to manipulate. They will just hear something and then they will just like run with it. You know, you have to look at the underlying reason. You have to be able to figure that out for yourself. Every time they post a salacious story about Harry and Meghan, just know that there is something else that they are trying to hide. Just know that there is something else they're trying to conceal from you. They're trying to distract you so that you do not pay attention to what is actually happening. Okay. This one says a reminder that some these viral people are still on UK media and are in collaboration with Camilla, Charles, and now William and Kate. Let me see. Okay, so I think this is an old article from when Princess Di passed away. So somebody posted this, and the person said, "Hold on, let me." So this person said a reminder that some of these vile people are still on UK media and are in collaborations with Camilla, Charles, and now William and Kate. They have said the vilest things about the successes, just like they did for Princess Diana. So I think this was the paper that was released the morning after Princess Diana passed away. It says the morning papers, or around the time that Princess Diana passed away. It says coverage of Princess Diana's death brought out all the finest qualities of the British press, including bad timing, statement of the obvious, the click galore, avoiding the question. So yeah, this person is highlighting some of the things that the media said. Some of the things that the media said around the time that Princess Diana passed away, you know, and these are the same media that want to pretend as if Harry does not have a valid reason for choosing to remove his wife from that toxicity that is the UK. So let me just read something from it. It's about timing. Trouble Prince William will today demand that his mother, Princess Diana, dump her playboy lover, Harald. Yeah. So these were all the things that they were writing about Princess Diana. Okay, it says um, many of us feel that there is something missing from our lives today. The problem extends to some of the cleverest, wealthiest, and most attractive people in the land, among them Princess Diana. Somebody says Diana, seemed to relish her role as a martyr. God help her if she ever finds happiness. It will make her miserable. Can you imagine? And then another person says, Princess Diana's press relations are now clearly established. Any publicity is good publicity. I'm told she and Dottie are made for each other, both having more brass than brains. This was what the British media, this was what they were writing. Just when Diana began to believe that her current romance with likable playboy Dodi Fayed had wiped out her past liaisons, a new tape recording is doing the rounds. Wow. Wow. And this one is hot, hot, hot. Like they have somebody just like, combine some of the atrocious things that we are reading about Princess Diana. The Windsor has never really recovered from the revelation in Andrew Morton's seminal book Diana: Her True Story, which I serialized in the Sunday Times. Somebody else said, I see Peter MacKay. Peter MacKay used to be he's a politician, used to be a mayor or something in Canada. Everyone talked about Diana's kindness. Perhaps it's a little soon, but I was sad no one mentioned what an amusing character she was too. At a small private lunch I attended, Peter MacKay. Peter MacKay airs his forthright view. The Peter MacKay that I know, let me see, let me not lie. Let me not miss the person. Okay, maybe this is a different Peter MacKay. Maybe you guys have your own Peter MacKay in the UK. So these are some of the things, these are some examples of the things that they were writing about her shortly after she died. Okay, and the little ones had to read this. Her little ones, the children that she left behind, they had to read all these things and then tell me why it is not justified that Harry wants nothing to do with the media, especially shortly after their mother passing, reading all these headlines. And the headlines were terrible. The things they were saying. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine? This one said, there in a stark concrete underpass lie the tangled remains of a Mercedes limousine. Wow. Wow. That so glamorous a life should be ended in such a mundane place is the greatest of ironies. Yet it was here, beneath the streets of Paris, that a light to millions around the world was extinguished. Like, these people are so wicked. Oh my gosh, look at this one. This one says, it's a pity Gucci don't make designer face zip. Wow. 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 It's a pity Gucci doesn't make fake designer face zip. Wow. Then, when Princess Diana was on the verge of opening her ill-informed mouth and causing an international incident, she could just zip her trap. Like they were vicious, they were awful. There's a reason why her son never wants anything to do with them, and he's very well justified. Very well justified. Hi, Akisha says Prince Harry said that he will never bring his wife and kid back to the UK to visit or business unless he is provided adequate security. King Charles removed their UK security, yet he's paying for his pedophile brother Andrew's security. Exactly. 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 Yeah. Recently, they even went out and they even, like, oh my gosh, it's so infuriating. Ah, Prince Charles said time and time again that he will never return, yet the British media are claiming he's desperate to return. I know, because they have to feed the evil they have created. Yeah, they have created a bunch of monsters. They have to feed them. They have to give them something, otherwise their paper will die. So it's so sad that little old Meghan is practically carrying the entire British media, because without her story, these medias will become obsolete. They will go, they'll die. It is so sad. They will die. So yeah, that's the reason why they will never stop again. Like I said before, take a look at take a look at their engagement when they just post things, about other celebrities, and take a look at their engagement when they post things about Harry and Meghan. It is like the contrast, you know. So it's so unfortunate. But yeah, I wanted to talk about this because this was really funny to me. How these people think they can just come out here and just spew this bullshit. Like, it is so wild. But yeah, thank you guys for indulging me. Thank you guys for staying with me. Thank you for the interactive live video. Please come back next time as we talk about the royal family and we expose them in my little corner of the internet, because they need to be exposed. Okay, enough is enough. They have refused to sound a warning. They have refused to call their attack dogs to stop coming for Harry and Meghan. So yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Please hit the like button and also share this video. Thank you. I'll catch you guys in my next one. Bye. And thank you so much for all the stars and the super chat. I appreciate you guys. Bye.